last but not least, how to do fireworks. Let's see if we have fireworks effect here. No, we have not. So let's create them. New composition. All right, create 3D layers, particles. Okay, here are some nice particles. So let's send all these particles in the same direction. So let's take a direction parallel. Okay. So I will put my initial count at 100% and simulation quality 32%. Okay, that should be right. Okay, now we have a direction parallel with a spread of 10%. It's fine for now. But let's just send a particle at a rate of maybe 0.5 particles per second. Okay, like that. Now I have my system of particle, my first system of particle. Let's maybe put them a little bit faster, like with a speed of 1. Yeah, that's more firework like. So that's alright. Now what I want to do is that my particle here, at some point they split and they separate. I lack something to explain what I want to explain. Let's put a video input. Yeah, okay. Let's put that behind. So what I want to do is at some point in this part, maybe it goes. Now you understand better what I mean by. All right, let's continue. So what I'm going to do is just put a rule over my particle. So right click, rule, and let's say that when a particle reach an age of, let's say 99%, so basically at the end of their life, we say that at this point my particle will have an action. So I do a right click on the condition, and then over this condition, so now I just say my condition is when my particle reach an age of 99%. So right now it should be around 10 seconds, yeah, as defined here in the age of my particles. So I will say that this action is the emit new particles. So let's say they emit particles with the speed of 1. Let's say they emit like 4 particles. You cannot emit more than, I think, 5 or 6 particles. Of course you can put more here, but right now there's a little limitation, so do not bother to put more than 5 or something like that. So now let's see what's what. And my default point here. Okay. And now we see we emit particle. So to identify well my emitted particle, let's say that once I emit particle, I will also change their color. I just do that now to identify better my particles. Okay. And let's say that after we emitted particle at the age of 99%, let's say that I will kill my first emitted particles. And let's say they will do that. No, 99% is alright. Okay. Of course, I do not kill my particle before emitting new ones, because right now you see nothing happening, because right now I say when my particle reach an age of 99%, I kill them and they are dead, so they cannot emit nothing. So we have to put that in the correct order. Again, always remember the order of the tree. Then my particle right now in my emit particle here, my particle emitted here have a lifetime of 1 second. Let's put that to, let's say, 5 seconds. Okay, and let's go in advance and let's put a little random of 1 second in their size. And let's say that they inherit a little bit of the particle speed, so they will be emitted like in the same direction of the first particle. Now you see a problem is that it's not so much firework like, because every particle has the same speed and the same life expectancy, so they all break on the exact same spot. To remedy a little bit this issue, let's go in advanced mode inside our particle generator and change the life randomness. Let's say that particle will have a life expectancy of 8 seconds and a life random of 2 seconds, which means that now I will have some particles that will live only 6 seconds and other 10 seconds. And let's put a little speed random of 0.2. So now I will have particles that will go from 0.8 to 1.2. This will result in my particle exploding in different moments. Let's also put a little bit more of a spread, like 30 degrees. Okay, now I rigged and I will save, so if I have a crash, I will not lose everything. Okay, now I rigged my first system of particles, and now I just say that, okay, I have particles and at some point they explode. Now to have something that is a little bit more firework-like, I should emit particles from my particles. But before explaining that, I will go back a little bit backwards, because it's not quite easy to understand the concept that I'm going to explain here. So let's take a grid point, for instance, and let's say that it has a precision of 2 by 2 by 2. And now what will happen if I emit particles from this system here? As long as I do a right click, operator emit particles, now you see that I'm currently emitting particles from each one of those points. So I just have this first system, which is constituted of 8 different points, and I'm emitting from these 8 different points 100 particles by seconds. But then if now, instead of having my 4 points, I have many more points like this, for instance. Now I have a lot of points. I have 14 by 14 by 14 by 14, which is a lot of points. But if I emit particles from this grid point, I still emit 100 particles by seconds. So, and you see that as long as I emit my particles, let's emit like 10 particles by second, it seems like completely random, because I'm just using all the points I have in my first geometry to emit my second particles. I explain that because it's the same thing that is will happen from now on. Is I'm using this all different points to emit from this point. But now that I'm emitting particles, my system will change. So in the same order that here I have my grid point, which is constituted of a lot of points, and then I emit only 10 particles by second. So it looks like some random particle emission, and if I add a lot more, then maybe we can see more than we are currently emitting from a grid of particles. And then we'll do the same here on the particles. So let's emit particles from this one. Operator emit particles. And now you see that I'm emitting only 100 particles by second, so it's not quite convincing. So let's first call this like head, and add another renderer that we will call trails. And what I want to do right now, I want to have my head that will be, for instance, let's put my head over my particles here. Okay, Ctrl Shift A. Okay, so now I see that I have my head here. Now I want that my head, let's configure it and put inside my head a little star, for instance, this one. Okay. Now I want my head to remain with the stars, and I want then, when I emit particle from this, I want now to have only points. So what I need to do is to add another renderer to my particle system, which will be the trails here. Okay. And now what I want to do is emit particles only from this trails point renderer. So what I will have is my head, which will be actually displaying my first particle system, and then my trail will be actually displaying my second particle system. I know this part is a little bit tricky to understand. It's not quite trivial, but just pause and ponder about this issue, and you'll see that you will love it once it's done. So now let's I'm lacking of little bit of thing here. Let's put a lot more of particles, and let's reduce a little bit the size of the trails. Now what I want to do is first to not have things like straight like that, because it's very ugly. First I want that my first particle, this one that explode, I want that they do not go straight, but they kind of fall down like to explain again, like fall down like this. And to do that, we will use a gravity field. So a gravity field, but now we see that my particles here have a condition and a little number here. This little number means that my age condition is applying on my particle of group 1, which means the particle that I first emit here. And then I say that I increase my group by 1, which means that my red particles, the particles that are emitted from this condition, are particles of group 1 plus 1, which means group 2. Which means that I hope this works, because sometimes there are some little few bugs, and as I am on a beta version, let's hope it works. We'll see. Okay, let's add a field with gravity. Okay, right now my gravity will apply on all my particles. Okay, which means that even my first particle, everything will go down. What I want is to have my gravity affecting, okay, better, my gravity affecting only my red particles, not the first one. This one I want they go straight up. So let's put a right click, mask, and put a group mask, and say this particle will only, this mask will only affect particle of group number 2. And let's hope this will work. Does it work? No, it does not. No, it does not work. Okay, let's go with, okay, yeah, there's a little bug here. All right, hopefully we find it quite fast. The issue is that, as you see, I said that I want a mask to apply on my particle of group 3. Actually, I'm meaning my particle of group 2. For some reason, Smode is doing a little shift here. I hope that will be fixed, and that should be fixed soon, but then you understand the principle. And let's say that my particles that are emitted, this one, the red particle, let's put them life of 1 second. With the life randomness of 1 second, which means that my particle will be emitted with a life that will be set between 0 and 2 seconds, which may be a little bit short, so let's put let's put 2 seconds with 1 second of randomness. Alright, now what I would like to do is just before my second set of particles explode, I want that my star goes like pew, which means again goes like, where is my webcam? Here, goes like pew, like that. Okay, and each time I'm putting my camera here, let's see the whole scenery. Okay, better. Okay, so how to do that? First, let's emit a little bit less particle because it's quite messy right now. So let's say that instead of 0.2, 0.5, let's say 0.2 particles per second, and save. Okay, now I want this happening on my first system of particle, right? So my trails, I don't care. I just want that my white particle, just before it becomes red, it just goes up. And hopefully I said that my condition is when my edge reach 99%. So what I will do in the point attribute modifier that I have in my particle system here, let's go into the function editor, and let's say that its scale here, when we reach 99%, we will go back to a scale of 0. Okay, and just before, let's put back a scale of 1 here. Select this point, and just before it goes down at 99%, let's say that it goes like very, very big. Let's say like okay, maybe a little bit too big, 24 times bigger than original. Let's say 5. Is that the right 5? Okay. Okay, so now each time before it is going to explode, it will do this little lightning. Okay, let's see, it's alright for now. Now let's see the trails, because there's some problem with the trails. For starters, the trails are like not beautiful at all, and they all disappear like a fucking line, which is really ugly. So first, let's put a little point attribute. So point attribute, where it is here, and let's put a little fade out of the opacity at the end of the lifetime of these points. Okay, you see that it works here. No, I have a fade that is better. Okay, it's less dégueulasse, less hopeful. So I need to put that point attribute after my emit particle in this case. And then why does every particle disappear on the same time? Well, for the same reason as initially my particle were all exploding on the same time. It's because right now in my trails, in my particle emitted from my particle system, I have no randomness at all. So let's say that my particle time lifetime will be of 5 seconds with a randomness of maybe 2 seconds. And let's say that speed, we will say speed of 0. It will be alright. So, and we will put a little gravity field, very little. No, it's too big. Okay, no gravity field, go fuck yourself. What we're going to do is to put a turbulence, a small turbulence. Okay, it goes boom 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 boom. Okay, direction normal. Let's, instead of direction normal, first before we set up the turbulence, let's see if it's better the way my particles are disappearing. Not so well. Let's put a life duration a little bit smaller, like 4 seconds. Okay. And let's emit not from a direction normal, but from a random direction. And this should work a little bit better, but then with a speed of 0.1. And so, yeah, maybe a little less speed. Okay. Okay, little less. Let's put very small speed. Okay. So now, as we have my particle that are emitted in random direction, this means that from each point, at each time, particle will be emitted in all directions, and this will allow to create a little randomness into the speed of the particles. Alright, then let's put back the turbulences. And turbulences is a little bit complicated to configure, so let's hope that we will manage to do it. We need to reduce the scale, and while we reduce the scale, we need to reduce by a large margin the noise strength also. So let's put the strength to maybe 20 and reduce a little bit this one. Okay, now what I want to do is to my turbulences to happen only after a while, not directly, but after a little while. So let's put a mask, which will be a function mask, then I will define as an edge mask. Again, it's quite a lot of advanced techniques, but fireworks are what they are, not so easy to do. And let's put a custom function here. And now what I will say in my custom function is that my mask will have no effect on the beginning, and then after a little while, poof, okay, go wild. So now that's what you see here. So my turbulences are only happening after a little while. Let's put that like this. And let's augment a little bit the strength of my turbulences. Okay, and what I can do in my point attribute here, let's reduce maybe the size of my trails. Okay, let's put back in 2D mode. Okay, what can we do to make that a little bit better? What can we do? First, what we can do is put my trail here and put that into, let's import this material. Okay, import material, and let's import this one also. What did he do? I fucked up all my modifiers. Thank you Smode. Okay, so let's do that another way around. Let's create a dummy renderer here. Okay, we don't give a shit, just to copy my modifier here. Okay, and now I can import this material and put back my modifier here. All right, should work. Okay, and let's import this one as well. And now my trails here, I will say that they are displayed in additive mode and with a little less. Okay, better. And let's add into the point attribute here a little color gradient that is defined accordingly to the age of the particle. So let's say it starts to white, it goes shortly after into yellow, and then let's put that to brownish or something like that. Okay, and let's say that the color rise, maybe I can add a little alpha into that, so it will just add a little red value. No, it does not. Let's suppress the color rise directly. Yeah, okay, maybe what we can do, let's try something. If we put a colorize here, like in red, it should colorize everything. And if we put the same mask that we use on the gravity, just to colorize the second group of particles, let's see if that works. That should work, but yeah, it worked, but not on the trials, of course. So how could we make the trails? I'm not sure if we can I'm not sure we can colorize the trails as well here. I think we miss a little piece of code to do that. Yeah, that's a little bit sad, but okay. Okay, and then when you have this, what you can do also, and let's put the head a little bit smaller. Okay, like that. What you can do when you have this is, of course, now you have a 2D composition. Oh shit, I have my head displayed since a lot of time, and oh, I have my head, and here I have my head. What could we do? Like that, maybe? Okay. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And now let's put a little mask. Yeah, the most beautiful effect you've never seen in your life. And just to make it even better, let's use, I think in the ESF modifier we have something that is called, I think we have a chroma key into the chroma mask. Okay, let's try this one. Chroma mask and okay, and let's try to remove this yellow color. Okay, what have we? I do not know this modifier, so let's say it's alright like that. Okay. Yeah, alright, so to speak. Okay, then what you can do, now you have your composition like that, you can of course add a lot of 2D modifier. Again, let's use a little blur. Okay, let's put that in additive mode. Where is it? Linear dodge add. Okay, with a little glow and with a little output luminosity. Blim, blam. Okay, it's in additive mode right now. Shit, put that in maximum. Yeah, well, Then it's a lot of 2D compositing to do over that, but basically that's how you can do a nice firework. Well, that's the basic of the techniques. I know it's not quite trivial, but there you have it. Okay, see you, and if you want the composition, then I can provide. Just ask in the commentary down below. Good night.